So, hi, welcome to 2024. Since the holidays absolutely ruined my schedule and my voice, I thought we'd do something special for the start of this new year. Since 2023 is where I really got my start as a content creator, I thought it would be cool to have a look back at all the videos that got me to where I am now. From the biggest flops and mistakes to the biggest videos on the channel thus far. And of course, none of this would have been possible without you. And be sure to let me know what video you came in on. Was it the first ever video I released talking about the original UI changing, or the most recent one in 2023? I'm curious to see. But anyways, let's just dive into the first couple of videos I wanted to review. The original plan for this channel was just to document the story behind Bucket, as not a lot of people know the story itself. Starting all the way with how it started as Canary mod, to its downfall of their own team DMCAing Mojang and the project to take it down. It's a fascinating and kind of unique story in not only gaming's history, but also Minecraft's vast and expensive history. No one really talks about it, and that was kind of the sad thing. So I came up with a plan. I will release the first 4 videos talking about this whole story and see what the response is. I remember hanging on the phone with my best friend the day it was going to release, going to the store, coming back and saying, man, I really wish to just get like 100 views and I'll be happy. Secretly hoping that I would get more, but views were never the channel's goal. Flash forward to me waking up at 4 AM in a cold sweat with about 5k views in my pocket, which to me was absolutely insane and smashed any expectations I had. All my previous attempts as a content creator, and there were quite a few, never broke the 500 views, let alone 100. So seeing this video perform this well was a big shock. And now with the entire history being condensed in this video you can watch right here if you want to, it's an awesome reminder of where the channel started. But the biggest shock for the entire Minecraft community would come a few weeks later. The Mineplex shutdown was one of the oddest and still confusing things to come out of 2023, with its shutdown being right on 16th of May, citing monetary issues as staff and server hosts were not paid, causing the server to unceremoniously shut down without any warning, only to come back later under a new leader, Simido, who turned Mineplex in a sort of game-making platform, I guess. I didn't really look into it that much, but from what I know, it's basically Roblox. You can use their tools to make something and then export/sell it. I don't know about that last part, but yeah, it's something along those lines. But for me personally, this was also a crazy moment, as I got to interview Gabzu and the people over at Sponge, which I didn't know at the time. But the more I dig into Minecraft history, and especially modded history now, the more I realized how important Sponge was for Minecraft as a whole. Introducing Mixins, which is still used today in the OG Forge and to some extent in Fabric. And of course, this is where I met my in-house tech wizard, Bose, the creator of the Ships plugin and a madman who actually codes his own server in his spare time. See, it might be clear, but I'm not a coder. I'm just a pleb with an interest in Minecraft history and technology. The whole idea behind CygnusMC, to me, is to translate code speak into something I could understand and watch. And in this, Mose has been a true help and an absolute godsend. June and July were special months to me. I smashed my 1k subscriber mark and was on the grind for partnership, starting off relatively slow with finishing up the History of Minecraft Online series with my Paper MC video and interviewing the people behind Advancius, a server making a point not to be paid to win, as at the time those were still rampant, and to a point they still are today. Fast forward a bit and I got the opportunity to collab with Cuboid, the best known Constantium YouTuber, about the appeal of Anarchy servers and the success of Anarchy YouTubers. At the same time, I was fortunate enough to interview the Purper team and get to meet Just Doom of the Eimer project, who has been instrumental in a few key discoveries I can't discuss yet, but nothing could have prepared me for August. The 5th of August, I released my video about the overblown 2023 EULA changes. Yeah, remember those? Cause it sure as shit seems no one else does, cause seriously, go to anyone's recap of Minecraft in 2023 and comment to me if they have a mention of the EULA changes, because people were making such a big hoopla about it, and where's all that complaining now? And why do people complain now? Because I hate to tell you so, And I really do, but I did tell you so, that nothing would happen, didn't I? Honestly, seeing the entire community go absolutely buck wild for basically nothing made my blood boil. Especially since at the same time, a much bigger and more dangerous thing was happening. Bleeding Pipe threatened to steal every login detail imaginable, from Discord tokens to Google passwords, and no one was talking about it because some Twitter twat, some bullshit about it being 1984. That wasn't even on the script, I was just mad. But all people could talk about was legal changes that, in the most basic of terms, did nothing else but to scope into absolute crypto grifters. While people like Jopo were actually getting hit with exploits in modded code. It still to this day gets me so mad that someone with actual information that could save a lot of people's accounts kept being pushed aside because some dumb Twitter post went viral. But at least one good thing came out of it.
Oh, come on, come on, come on.
That's right, this was the actual reaction of my Discord hitting 2,000 subscribers. And with a few days later, I became a YouTube partner. All thanks to a single video about a topic I wrote while being drunk. I love my job. But obviously, every high has its lows. Personally, the latter of August till September is what I call my dark days of the year, where I didn't really edit them as well as the others, as I was dealing with some personal issues, resulting into lesser research, edited and executed videos I'm not really that proud of, with the exception of one video where I exposed some scammer for stealing some stolen code and selling it on Build by Bit. Funny enough, his software actually got removed from the marketplace, and I've gotten screenshots of him cussing me in Polish, which is very funny, and forgive me for gloating, but serves him right, doesn't it? At the end of September, I refound my footing, and with the first 3 big changes happening. My first real research opinion video questioning if Mojang should make a mod loader itself, which spoiler alert, god no, but also questioning if the community is justified in its anger towards Mojang, as this was right around the mod vote. But for me personally, the vintage story review was the first video in a while I was actually really proud of. Something completely different than what I normally cover, in a style that I likely do more often. This video was a stepping stone, not only for the channel, but for me as a content creator myself. After that, followed a few relatively mundane videos as I was preparing myself for the big one. On the 15th of November, I got to interview Young from Young Better Caves. Now, I don't need to explain how much of an honor that is. An absolute titan like Young not only agreed for an interview, which in his own words he rarely does, but he also knew my content and liked it. This video is, and will most likely still be, one of my fondest memories of 2023. Following that banger with 2 other projects I was super excited for, namely Mindstorm, the custom solution Minecraft server, and of course Industrial Craft 2, one of my favorite mods of all time. And fun fact, this interview with Industrial Craft 2's dev Spiger was planned all the way back in April, but we kind of only got around doing it in November. And to be completely honest, Spiger kind of set me on the right path when I was just starting out. See, I sent him a bunch of questions, as he was my first real interview target, that were all more or less just negative in nature. Spiger pointed this out to me and reasoned that there was already enough negativity in the space, and I shouldn't contribute to it. And yes, I made a few drama videos, but after that, Spiger became somewhat of a triple check for my opinions and code stuff. And to that, my German friend, I say danke. After this huge month, we arrived to our 3 last uploads. Interviewing and talking to the Cobblemon team was very humbling and a great experience. So much so that I applied and somewhat was hired to be on the Cobblemon's marketing team, with prospects of helping to make new trailers and other neat stuff I can't discuss right now, of course. Right after that came my Eco video, which was another one I'm very proud of, as Eco is one of, if not the best game I've played in a long while. Finally ending the year on a video that sparked a lot of debate in the comments, the mod loader video. And I think I should address that discussion by talking about the future of this channel. Ending 2023 on that video was perhaps the best and the worst thing I could have done. It sparked a lot of debate, with people telling me I should dive more into Quilt's history, or that Quilt does run fabric mods, etc. However, I keep hearing conflicting stories, and the feeling that I got right now is that the community is confused themselves. So starting from next week, we will start the year how we started this YouTube channel by having a multi-part deep dive into each loader's history with backgrounds, history, and possible interviews with the people closest to it, starting off with Forge and ending with Quilt. After that, I got a bunch of cool projects in the works and possibly new content waiting for you. But I do want to end this video on a personal note. I, Lunar, want to thank you, the viewer. Whether you're casually watching me once or twice every so many months, or religiously follow all my uploads, you make what I do possible and worth it. A special thanks also goes out to my thumbnail artists, Onipan and Pax, and of course the new editor you might have seen a few videos from, Kiz. I went from basically zero to now having the means to support a team to do what I do, and to that I say thank you. But I will also say, I was Lunar, you were awesome this year, and I'll see you next year. Or this year. Whatever. Bye.